It's cool to be the one who's born with the strongest of all time title when it comes to anime. But you know what's cooler? Not revealing your hand, having that ultimate trump card up your sleeve, one that would blow away everything in an instant. Overpowered anime characters aren't anything new in the 21st century. We've got people finishing things up in a single punch, others just memorizing anything and everything in existence. It's just a lot to take in for us anime fans out here who, at times, just want to have a good anime to binge. Well, today we're mixing things up a bit with anime titles where the main character doesn't look like a hotshot or anything, but packs more than just a punch, even if that's an understatement. With that being said, let's get ready to be surprised and blown away with these protagonists who are just a lot to handle. Humanoid Monster Bim. You popping up in a random place all of a sudden has always been one of the best anime introductions ever. But when you've got your own monster self and two that are nothing but you in a different body, one might think that we're finally having that Three Stooges animation that we were never promised. Fighting against monsters and demons just to protect humanity from going extinct anytime soon, Bim, Bara, and Barrel aren't your regular trio by any means. With looks that could scare any villain away, this band of heroes isn't one that would end up on the front section with praise and applause making them rise up the ranks. But they don't lose hope and do whatever they can to protect humanity, day after day, hoping that one day they'd finally be able to live the moment that they've always been waiting for, that very moment being to live as a human once and for all. It isn't much, but it's honest work, to be honest, and with such human hearts being found in beings that aren't one bit human, we've got a spicy one on our hands now, haven't we? Get ready to be surprised pretty soon since the trio are a lot to handle. The Kubikiri Cycle.
で、お前はどうなんだ？
それは。
お前には世界がどう見える？
すでにあの島を経験している僕には。
Life's hard if you've been cooped up in this secret place while kids your age have all kinds of fun in the outside world. Well, if you're Iriya Akagami, you're for sure not going to sit all quiet about it, giving that head some work to do if you're to come up with a plan. Now having a bunch of geniuses in the house just to have yourself entertained, going a bit overboard just doesn't quite cut it here, to be honest. All kinds of people in the house, so many trades and aspects of life, it's like we have a new version of Danganronpa that features characters that don't have that despair vibe about them for reasons rather obvious. But all that's going to be changed soon, since with a murder occurring at the mansion and with the killer still on the loose with no clues to get any leads from, just who can one look up to in this scenario but themselves, who they're all but fully aware of? Well, it isn't long before we've got the characters getting to work, and with every other face bringing skills and stories that are a lot to handle at times, the main character isn't the only one getting the spotlight with this one, since the rest of the characters aren't going to sit all silent in this detective mystery game. Chain Chronicles.
俺たちの光をつかむ
Anime universes are so carefree and easygoing at times. People just mind their own business, farm and hope that things would be totally okay while sleeping to the fullest every other night. Sometimes they sure get a super envious wanting to be part of that 2D universe where peace lasts as long as you wish that no monsters appear out of nowhere. But with Chain Chronicles, the land of Yuguto is the one turning the tables on the people, since with no one knowing anything about this universe, other than it being divided into these areas where kings decide the rules, just what are the secrets that have never been spoken of, let alone revealed? Follow Aram as he shows you how to deal with an apocalypse we've never seen before, since monsters showing up all of a sudden while you're having a snack isn't something we're really taught about in school now, are we? A lot of action to go down, get to the bottom of it all as the anime makes all these new characters join the stage with our star here and make sure you get an experience as unique as it gets. The characters are really the strongest point of the show, and something that ends up being the very reason the show lands a spot on your favorites list. Kekai Sensen.
この目で
Let me ask you a question. If I were to ask you about the most polymorphed anime of all time, what would it be? We've got our pick right here, because with every other character being as different as it gets, it's no wonder that this anime ends up being a lot more than just good for a lot of fans out there. It's no wonder that Leonardo Watch is at a loss of words, since with his sister and everything that went down, he's looking for answers, that's for sure. With the eyes of a god and that vampire boss making sure he's closer and closer to what he wants to accomplish, you couldn't have asked for better mentors, to be honest. Whether it's Stephen A. Starface making every other person freeze up by sheer excitement, or an Alfred lookalike showing us how Bandages and Sebastian can come together in a combo that's rather cool in more than just a way, this quest of making every other episode way different than the previous one has made the anime bring some really cool stuff to the table. It's sad that we haven't seen it return for so long, because the potential it had back in the day was just limitless, to be honest. Get Leonardo back on the stage, guys. We miss him so much. My cultivator girlfriend. Don't worry, we don't sleep on Chinese animation here. With the big titles already overshadowing this little bad boy we have here, we got to show it the love it truly deserves. With the whole concept of cultivators already seeming a little too interesting and the animation not toning down anything one bit, it isn't long before the anime takes you all in with that setting and that very fateful encounter that ends up changing Ma Xinxiao's life forever. The boring days as a security guard are soon coming to an end, since with Muzi here and him being introduced to a whole new universe that's way different than the one he's used to, the boys got to do a lot of work. Plus, with that romance sprinkle here and there, managing to keep things light and entertaining the entire time and preventing the action from ever going too out of hand, this show has truly got something for each and every one of you, and with it being the underdog of Chinese animation, just what are you waiting for? Get done with it as soon as possible. Peach Boy Riverside.
これはもしもの話だが、もし流れてきたものが一つではないとしたら、すごくいい気分。
This anime last year was just all over the place for reasons that became rather well known the moment you're one episode in. When it comes to Peach Boy Riverside, the name really doesn't do the anime any justice, except for the peach part, of course. With Salterine Sally Adlike making the perfect peace treaty between the different beings from different realms that somehow walk the same ground, looking for Mikoto, the quest to find the one living in her head rent-free would be as hard as it gets. With the two being polar opposites, two completely different people from completely different worlds, just how would the two blend in with each other? One out to sign the peace treaty and the other just wants to cut as many heads as he can without feeling the least bit of remorse or anything. Just one way to find out about all these mixed reviews that plague this show, that is to see just what the show has to offer with your own eyes. Carnival. Baku. Well, I've got just a thing for the Book of Circus fans right here. Pretty sure you never heard this name your entire life, but let me break it to you that this right here is the perfect circus experience you could ever ask for. With Nine Gorecki giving us as perfect of a start as any other show could ever ask for, being at the mercy of that hottie about to blow your eyes and later guts out wouldn't be a position even the likes of Goku would want to be in. But with the boys becoming comrade in arms soon after, giving the monster some exercise wouldn't sound so bad here. Being discovered by the circus, an organization that deals with villains and beings that are just a little too much for the police to handle, makes an appearance and takes the boys in with open arms. Now it's all up to the two, followed by a few more faces down the road to discover all there is, while all kinds of monsters and gruesome action make sure adrenaline is sky high the entire time. It's such a shame that despite being such a gem of the manga universe, it didn't pop off as an anime, since the show is for sure one of a kind. Let's make it top the charts. So, these were the anime where the MC is overpowered but pretends to be weak until revealing his power. Let us know in the comments what your favorite pick was, and in case we missed something super good, since we'd love to hear from you guys. Also, tell us in case you have an interesting video idea in mind, and we'd love to make a video on it. Make sure you like the video, subscribe, and turn on post notifications so that you don't miss out on any uploads again. Till then, goodbye and take care.